Hey, what's up, guys? Very excited for today's episode in our channel. It's our first episode of our new segment that we created here called Market Analysis. In this segment, we're going to go over analysis of today's card market. That way, you guys get the insights of what cards are going up and what cards are going down. You'll also see how the market is reacting and what the true value of your cards are currently in the market. So make sure you guys stay tuned all the way to the end, and please enjoy our intro.
They're going to go with Trey Lance on this play as he kept it and absorbed quite the hit. Kind of got folded underneath as Monet. Plenty of time for Tagovailoa, lofting it up there, and it's caught by Mike Gesicki.
So since it's the start of the NBA season, I'm going to first pull up different charts to give you guys some ideas on how the start of the NBA season has actually affected the basketball card market. The first chart I'm going to pull up here is for the Zion and Ja Morant Silver Rookie Prisms. There's a lot of anticipation for both these top players in the 2019 draft, going number 1 and number 2 overall. And we want to know how their expectations is currently being reflected in their card prices. So I'm going to start with the 90-day chart here and start with the percentages first. For the 90-day chart, the Zion has gone down 18%, and the PSA 9 Zion has gone down 36%, while the PSA 10 Ja Silver has gone up 12%, and the PSA 9 has gone up 10%. And then the 30-day chart here will show you that the Zion has gone down 31% for the PSA 10 and 35% for the PSA 9, while the PSA 10 Ja has gone up 17% and 4% for the PSA 9. And for the 7-day chart, it's more or less pretty flatline. No changes for Zion on the 7-day chart, on the PSA 10 and PSA 9, and for the Ja has gone down 11% for the PSA 10 and PSA 9. So if we do a 90-day analysis, you can see that the Zion, starting in August, late August, was kind of flatlining, and then during the start of the NBA season, it kind of had a little bit of hype, so it started going up a little bit, about 16 to 19%, and then more recently, his prices has dropped with the latest sale on November 2nd at $12.75, while his PSA 9 is kind of holding up a little bit better. And you can see Ja kind of a little slightly different trajectory, with the 30-day chart going up slightly for the PSA 9. So the reason I had picked this chart is because Prism Silvers tend to have good sales data, which gives us more data point. That way it gives you guys a better idea how the market and players are trending. I might be using Prism Silvers more often, just so we have those data points. So for the next chart, we're going to go over 2 future GOATs of basketball, which is Curry and LeBron James. So this chart here is going to be LeBron James Top Space Chrome number 111, and also Stephen Curry's Chrome, and also his paper, since his Chrome doesn't have that as much data back in 2009. So for the 90-day chart, As you can see, the PSA 10 LeBron James has more or less flatlined, and the PSA 9 has gone up 9%, while the Curry PSA 10 paper has gone down 18%, and the Curry paper PSA 9 down 19%, and the Curry PSA 9 Chrome is down whopping 33%. And going back to the chart here, the Warriors are not doing so well, and it is actually reflecting in the card prices. I'm sure they'll get it together, and the prices might go back up, but I think they've lost 6 games in a row on a road trip, and that's very surprising and Warrior-like there. But let's also go into the 30-day chart. And you can see for the 30-day chart, LeBron's PSA 10 has gone down 16%, PSA 9 up 1%, Curry paper PSA 10 -7%, and Curry paper PSA 9 -20%, and Curry Chrome 9 flatline. And then on the 7-day chart, you'll see no movement except for the Curry PSA 9 down 10%. So you can see overall, going back to the 90-day chart, again, back in August, we'll just use the LeBron Topps Chrome PSA 10 as example. It was going for about seven grand, and towards the beginning of the season, there was some anticipation and hype, so it went all the way up to almost 10,000 right here back in September 22nd, and now it's slowly declining due to that usually happens in the NBA towards the mid-season. There is less excitement, and towards the playoff, there's get a little bit more excitement. So, but I think the main thing here in this chart is that the Warriors, that 6-game losing streak really did affect Curry's price on a little bit downward trajectory. But one thing I also wanted to show you was, since I'm familiar with the LeBron Chrome, you just can't always take all the data points as fact. You kind of have to look into them. As you can see here, pretty consistently selling at 8,000, and then suddenly there was this oddball sale here at 6,300, and then it slowly creeped back up. And I wanted to point this out because I wanted to show you guys what to look for when you guys are doing research on the cards. So if you look back on the PSA 10 LeBron Chrome, the oddball sale was back on 10/17. So back here on 10/17, you'll see that it was a eBay sale on Probstein. And if you click on the sale link, it'll take you to the actual sale. And then that's when you can kind of find out why it went for so low, 6,300. Looking closely, it's because it's the old label. And the old label, they didn't really have as high standards as what PSA is grading now. It's much tougher to get a 10. As you can see, it's a little bit off-centered here on the left to the right, and a little on the bottom and the top, and I still gave them a 10 with the old label. And going back here, you can see the very next sale was 7,400. And if you open this listing up, you'll see that it's the new label, where everything, see how much better this card is centered with the new label? ever so slightly over here, but overall, I think it's with the new label, they do grade a little bit slightly higher, slightly higher. So that those are my takeaways. So I mean, I guess if you're negotiating at a card show, and you get the perfect timing, and you can use this comp, but you'll be getting a good deal, because actually the real value of this, as we go back to the chart here, for the PSA 10 is really around, right now it's around 7,000. And yeah, you just got to look at these odd ball data points, and sometimes you got to look at where it's sold and how it's sold, just to give you guys a little bit further insight there. The next chart I'm going to pull up here is going to be price movement by player. What I've went ahead and done here is filter it by number of sales, which is 100. Which this will do is basically show us what players are the surprises of the season, and which players are disappointing. So starting off, Laurie Marketing with an 86% price change over the last 90 days. He's been the surprise of the season with the Utah Jazz being healthy, and he's having 20 plus points per game on average. Next is Bol, 36%. He's been a big surprise for the Orlando Magic, finally getting minutes. I mentioned him in my earlier videos, one of the players to watch for. You can go back and watch that video there from the NBA picks preseason. And Karis LeVert, he's having a great season as well, healthy, playing with Donovan Mitchell. Surprisingly, vintage James Worthy's made it on this list here, as well as Pascal Siakam. He's getting double doubles every night, 20 plus point games. So those are the players that are surprises so far. With Shea Gilgeous, Alexandra, Jaylen Brown, Taylor Horlin Tucker, and Jalen Brunson with very slight upward motion, only 3%. And now to find out the players that are disappointing or haven't met expectations. And starting off with Cade Cunningham, negative 39% so far. Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, Clyde Drexler, Evan Mobley, LaMelo Ball, Ben Simmons. I think what you can learn here is there's just so much hype for these players, these rookies such as Cade, Josh, and Kuminga, that they're rarely ever going to meet their expectations. So that would be one of the lessons in terms of prospecting. Just because they have just so much expectations that you got to see what price they're priced at before you decide to buy them. When they have low expectations and their prices are low, but they have that high potential, like for example, Bol, those might be players that are more interesting to target based on the price. And going down the list here, Anthony Davis, Marvin Bagley, Scotty Barnes, Colin Sexton, just because he's on a new team and he's trying to figure things out. But he's starting to do well. I watched a couple of his games as well. And Kawhi, he just hasn't played, so that's why he's down there. And Devontae Murray as well. So just pay attention to what players already have so much hype and the price baked into the price. And it's usually, this happens almost to all new rookies. I always hold off to buy when those new rookies wears off a little bit, and also when their inventory grows a little bit. That's when I can start looking into buying those rookies. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys, and got some value out of it. I will be doing more of these videos because I do think they are quite helpful, and it gives you guys an amazing insight. One reason why I decided to make these videos is because I see so many people on social just giving their opinions and advice blindly, and I wanted to give you guys actual data points so you can use those to make good quality decisions and remove the emotion out of the buying, which often leads to mistakes. I hope you guys are able to use this video and data points to make the proper decision. And if you guys got any value out of the video, make sure to give it a like. I will be going deeper dive on market analysis in our next episode, including charting Jordan's Flair iconic rookie card. That has gone down a little bit lately. I want to share with you guys if I think it's a good timing to buy that. So make sure you guys subscribe and stay the most up to date. I'll also do other charting, so make sure you guys put in the request at the bottom on other things you would like to see charted, and if I get enough likes for those, I'll certainly go ahead and chart those for you. But for now, take good care, enjoy your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.